Hello and welcome to Zazumi. I'm Sheri Barbera, and welcome to all of our newbies. We have quite a few of them, and we have many returning wonderful subscribers and members. And our first one is Dale Courtright. Perfect timing. I literally just walked in from hiking. Yes, Dale has a hiking channel and it's called Wandering. Dale, put your channel in the chat so that everybody knows what it is. Thank you for being here. And Dale is one of our founding Zazumi members as well. So I'm so thrilled that you're here. Thank you. I am pretty excited about what we're going to be talking about today, which is Reddit and the beginner's guide to Reddit and using it with YouTube. And I was inspired to learn about Reddit when I was researching for the Zazumi newsletter, the YouTube Bootcamp newsletter, how to go from 0 to 100,000 subscribers in the words of YouTubers who have gone from 0 to 100,000 subscribers. And I came across this extremely interesting post and video that I'm going to put in the comments in the description below this video. After it's done, I'm going to put this in the description. I came across a really interesting, very well authored post about going from 0 up with subscribers. And he used Reddit, which was so interesting. And I then became very encouraged to learn a lot more about Reddit. So I'm just going to say, hey, Sal and I are here together. And
I'm not eating anything.
If you're new and you don't know who we are, I'm Sheri Barbera.
I am Sal Barbera.
And we are the founders of Zazumi. And Zazumi is for business YouTubers. It's YouTube for business. And let me just go back to our slides. So just real quickly, Dale said Wandering Ancient Paths is his YouTube channel. Check it out. I highly recommend it. And Dale's a brilliant photographer. So beginner's guide to Reddit and YouTube. So what makes Reddit actually useful for YouTubers? The whole goal with Reddit is to drive traffic for free from Reddit to your YouTube channel. Sounds a lot like Facebook, doesn't it? Your Reddit goal, very similar, is the same as YouTube, as Facebook. So how do you do this? Well, this is the case study that I'm going to show you. Starting in June of 2019, this man, Jesse Hall, also known as Code Stacker, decided to prove a point to his two teenagers. And what he did was he was trying to get them to stop texting all the time, to stop playing video games all the time, to stop doing all the stuff that teenagers do, and maybe focus on some kind of a business that they could do on YouTube. So they got all the stuff ready for each of the kids to do their own YouTube channels, and nothing happened. So what he decided to do was prove to them that if you really do focus and work hard at something, like a YouTube channel, you can become successful at it. And so that's what he did. He decided to niche in something he was super passionate about, something he had been doing since he was 12 years old, and that was coding. And then he had to decide, where was he going to promote his videos? He didn't have any kind of social media presence yet, and he didn't even have himself on any kind of social platform. So one of the things that he looked at as a way of promoting himself was Reddit. And he found what's called a subreddit, which is a niche within Reddit, which is a major, so just like YouTube, YouTube has 15 major categories. Some of them are how to and style, music, travel, things like that are major categories. But then within that, you need to niche yourself down into one topic that's as focused as possible so people can find you. And Reddit's the same way with what are called subreddits. And hey, look who's here. Trekking Pals, Happy New Year, guys. Wonderful to see you. Thank you for coming. Sal said Happy New Year. And Rita, another one of our founding members for Zazumi, Rita Goldner Books.
Hi, Rita.
And that's Rita's channel on YouTube. And great that you're here. Thank you so much for coming. So looked at Reddit as a place to potentially promote himself, where he could post links to his videos. What he found out was that self-promotion on Reddit is really frowned upon. In fact, you can get kicked out of Reddit for doing that. But he did research and he found a subreddit where he was allowed to post, making sure that he didn't break any of the rules so he didn't get kicked out. Here's his YouTube channel. He started just like all of us do, with 0 subscribers and 0 views. What he did do was he created his very first video by doing a ton of research on what he should post. As a very smart man, right? Doing a ton of research on what he should post as his very first video, making sure that the title, description, and tags were optimal for the video. This is in his own words. These are not my words. You will see this in the video that he says this. So I'm just pulling this directly from that. The first week that he posted, his analytics actually, I think, are fantastic. He doesn't think they're that great. I think they're excellent for the first week. He got 88 upvotes on Reddit, and I'm going to cover what an upvote is, but believe me, it's pretty awesome on his first post with his first video. These are the stats that he got from his first video. So the first day he got 111 views and 8 subscribers of people that didn't even know him. This is all from being on Reddit and people getting to know who he is. The next day he got almost double that, right? 231 views and 14 new subscribers. So he's doing quite well, I think. The third day, his views dropped to 23 and he only got 2 subscribers, but this is still pretty amazing because the majority of all of this is just from that single post on Reddit and people getting to know him on Reddit. So he said, how did I go from getting a few views per day to thousands of views per day? And the answer is what I have said to you guys 1,000 times: consistency. He decided that in order to be successful, he was going to post videos once a week because he had a full-time job, plus a full-time family of 2 teenagers and his wife, right? But his goal was just to hit 300 subscribers. That was it. And look at this. After posting 1 video a week, he actually hit his subscriber goal in 2 months. 2 months with 10 videos. And he hadn't even told his kids or his wife anything about the channel because he didn't know if it was going to work and he wanted it to be successful so that he could prove his point, right? And it was. It was successful, but he got bitten by the YouTube bug that we all get. So what he did was he was active in not only the Reddit community, but also in his YouTube community now that was building and commenting on his videos. So he says one of the keys to his success was being very active in his community and commenting. Look at this. So he starts his channel in June. By December of 2019, the algorithm has seen the consistency, has seen the fact that he's getting comments, has seen that there's a lot of activity, and takes one of his videos and pushes it up. And that's when his channel just blew up. And now I'm going to fast forward because within that first year, he ended up with 70,000 subscribers. Yes, in 1 year, and almost 2 million views. And this is what I want you to understand, is that you do not have to think that it's going to take you years. It could take a year. It could take less than a year. It could take a couple years. It could take 4 years or 5 years, whatever it is. It is just posting consistently and being a part of the community. So, what's the Reddit strategy? Let's get right into that. Anyone have any questions about Jesse Hall from Code Stacker with an R? Code Stacker with an R. Promote your business 8 ways. If you have questions, leave them in the comments. Okay, so number 1, sign up and set up your user profile. Number 2, join subreddits. Just like Facebook groups, join subreddits that are related to your business. Number 3, Read and follow each subreddit's rules, because if you do not adhere, they will boot you out. Number 4, post in the community. And I don't mean post videos. I mean become a part of the community. Number 5, ask and answer questions. Provide value. Number 6, promote properly. And this is all super important. And one of the reasons why Jesse Hall from CodeStacker became so successful with his Reddit. Use the subreddit promotion allowance, and I'm going to get into that shortly. Number 7, disclose. Disclose, disclose. Hey, Jennifer, how great to see you. And Rajesh, oh, my lovelies, my lovelies. Hello, Rajesh. Rajesh also has a wonderful channel. Rajesh posted in the comments in the chat. And Jennifer, wonderful to see you. Thank you for being here. So great to see you. Rita has a question. Is Reddit a competitor of YouTube? It is not a competitor of YouTube at all. Reddit calls itself the front page of the internet. Reddit is all about comments, questions, discussions, being a part of what's happening online. It's the online world. So great question. Thank you so much for asking that. Hey, Kim is here too. Welcome, Kim, and thank you so much for coming. And Happy New Year to you and everyone. Thank you so much for coming, you all. I love that you're here. So Reddit calls itself the front page of the internet because their culture, and it is a culture, believe me, once you get into it, you will see that there's truly a culture of its own on Reddit, is all about being a good part of Reddit and being supportive of each other on Reddit and providing a ton of value. Doesn't this sound familiar? Doesn't this sound like everything? Like, shouldn't you be doing this on everything? Yes. So number 7, disclose. When you are allowed to post videos, you must disclose the fact that you're promoting yourself. So you do want to let people know that you are doing a promotion of one of your own videos. And number 8 is why. Why are you promoting a video? What is the purpose of it? So let's get right into it right now. The first step is, of course, to promote your business. So sign up for Reddit. How do you do that? You go to reddit.com, and on the upper right, you're going to see log in or sign up. Click sign up. You can sign up with your Google account. You can sign up with an Apple account if you're an Apple person, or you can sign up with email and a password. So what you get after you do that is welcome to Reddit. This is what that looks like. So they say, hello and welcome to Reddit Zazumi, and the U stands for user, so you Zazumi. We're going to give you some information about Reddit. Now, the reason they do that is because they want you to totally get what you can and cannot do on Reddit right from the get-go. So they break it down in 3 steps, how it all works, what the users can do, what other users can do, and then what happens when those users do what they do. And it's all based on voting. So you can post something on Reddit and then people do what's either called upvote it and like it, or downvote it and dislike it. Sound familiar, like Facebook again? Yeah, a lot of this is very familiar. So it's not going to be like it's very hard to learn this if you are a Facebook user or if you are a YouTube user. So here's some information that you need to get started with Reddit, how it all works. And then they say, by the way, here is our content policy. And I highly recommend that you look at Reddit's content policy because it is extremely in-depth and important and very major for you becoming a good Reddit user in a subreddit and people liking and upvoting you, or a bomb and basically getting kicked out. Here are all the rules, and there are quite a few of them. Rule number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And rule number 8 is don't break the site or do anything that interferes with the normal use of Reddit. They also have rules for enforcement. See, they're pretty serious about what they do and don't want you to do on Reddit. And they ask you very nicely, if you start to break their rules, to just stop doing that. And as it progressed, they get more and more serious about you being a jerk on Reddit and not doing what they want you to do. And finally, they just ban you. They just, like, not even just kick you out of the subreddit, they just ban you from Reddit. So you don't want that to happen. So read all the rules. The next thing that happens is they want you to verify your email address to know that you're really you and you're really setting yourself up as a new Reddit user. Then your next step, once you've literally set yourself up, is to fill out your profile. And of course you want to do this on every social media platform that you're on because, and I'm going to just jump to Sal and me, it's branding. What could be more important for your own business than for people to know who you are, what you do, what you're about.
Stop saying the same thing I do.
Everything should be coordinated. Your banner should be coordinated with your YouTube channel, with your social media, with your website. Everything needs to look the same. Colors, fonts, styles. It's called branding.
That's why they call it a brand.
That's why they call it a brand. Thank you, honey. So the first thing you want to do is you want to set up your profile. And when you're in your own dashboard, you will see on the top of your dashboard a little icon that says profile. This is where, if you see, look here, you can see that there are two little editing pencils. So you want to click on those in order to be able to upload a banner and upload an icon. And I have uploaded the Zazumi logo and our Zazumi banner. And then look at this. The next thing you want to do is you want to fill out a bio on what are you about? Who are you and what are you about? This is all branding. And this is where I'm able to put in what the YouTube channel is. So use all of this, okay? Use all of this because it's there for you. And I think a lot of people don't realize that and don't set it up. The next thing you want to do is set up your user settings. User settings are, what is the name of your business? What are you all about? This is where you add in that information about who you are. Be sure you fill all of this out because every bit of this is important. So number 2, now you're ready to join a subreddit community. Yay! A subreddit is basically just a forum. If you're familiar with what forums are, it's where people get together in like-minded topics or subjects to talk about and be able to really have deep conversations if they want to about what they're interested in. And if you create your own subreddit, which you're allowed to do, it's about whatever it is that you want it to be. So you just want to look for like-minded communities. For example, I would look for things that have to do with YouTube. So I would look for, in this case, anything that has to do with YouTube. So start up at the top of the screen in Reddit and into the search box, I typed in YouTube. I started to type in startups, but it just came up. So you'll see that there's a little R and then a backslash and then the name of the subreddit group. So YouTube startup, YouTube startups, YouTube ads, YouTube startups. Look at this. There's so much that has to do with YouTube. And then on the right, all you have to do is just click the buttons to join. It's really easy. It's not like joining a Facebook group where you're going to have to jump through hoops to join it. You just join, and that's it.
Can I ask a question?
Yes. So Sal has a question.
So a subreddit group is a group inside a group? Does that sound right?
Yes. A subreddit, well, yes, because there's a big major group, a big major YouTube group. And that group has something like 540,000 people in it. So it's huge.
Okay.
Then within that major Reddit group are multiple subreddits. And those are YouTube for startups, YouTube for ads, YouTube for all different kinds of things.
And you can start a YouTube subreddit group, a subreddit group
yes.
anytime you want.
Yes. So
or specifically something.
You can. You can. So that just like Facebook, you can start your own subreddit. Great questions. Thank you, honey. So your goal is to answer the 3 A's. Answers, ask, and acknowledge. Meaning that you want to answer questions in the group, ask questions in the group, and acknowledge other people's questions and comments by commenting back to them. Basically, you just want to provide as much value as you possibly can. It's all about adding value. And this is true really of any group that you're in, isn't it? If you want to be a part of a group, the best thing you can do is add value. So Rita has a question. Did you get your Reddit banner custom sized by Canva Pro? Great question, Rita. You know, I really didn't. I used the banner size from the middle of our YouTube banner, just the part that shows up when you're on your desktop. And I just copied that, and Reddit allowed it. So I guess it resizes it to fit perfectly. But great question, Rita. So how do you add value? Well, you engage with the community. You're helpful, you're informative, you comment on other people's posts in order to build your reputation and expertise. What is not your goal? Your goal is not to self-promote. Don't mention your YouTube channel. Don't mention your products or services. Don't post videos or links before you read the rules, the guidelines of that subreddit. Because the last thing you want to do is join something you're excited about and want to learn about and want to be helpful in truly, because that's the goal, is to truly be interested and truly want to help, and then get kicked out because you haven't read the guidelines or the rules. So find your communities, and then once you've signed up and joined all these communities, how do you get to them? Well, on your dashboard, you go to messages. See where it says messages up here? And then as you scroll down, look at this. Here are groups. Here are your subreddits. And that's how you get to them. Number 3, follow the rules. Be a good boy. Be a good girl. Follow the rules. Read them. Can you post videos? Can you post links? When can you do it? What's the 80-20? What's the 90-10? You need to know, and this is an example of what a subreddit looks like. So this one is called NewTubers, the premier small content creator community. And look at this. Right on the top, NewTuber rules. So I clicked on that, and look at how many rules there are. They're like Reddit. There are a lot of rules. You want to be aware of what they are. So what I did was I just took screenshots of some of them, not all of them, and I'm just showing you that they are saying you are never allowed to create a plug post. And by a plug, they mean promote yourself. If another user requests your channel link, can you do it? No, you have to send them a private message. Except in the self-introduced Saturday thread, where you may reply to users' comments. So you need to read every single one of these and find out what can you do, what can't you do. Key terms. This is their key terms. This is what a plug is. It's any link or reference to your content, blah, 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 right? So you may only plug in the following places. These 3 places: critique, self-introduce, feedback Friday. And every single one of these subreddits is going to have their own rules and guidelines. Follow them, read them. The last thing you want to do is try to promote yourself incorrectly and get kicked out. The most important thing is to do it right, choose the right subreddit, and grow your YouTube channel, just like Jesse did.
Wait.
Oh, so question.
Wait.
Sal has a question.
Wait.
Okay, question.
Wait. Okay, so what's the easiest way to promote yourself? If there's so many different rules, how do you promote? What's the easiest way to promote yourself and get the fastest results?
The best way to promote yourself for the fastest results is to comment on everyone else's posts a lot with very positive, very valuable, very beneficial comments.
So in other words, get people to know you and
Yes.
get them to want to know more about you.
Yes, exactly. So just like YouTube, when you go to someone else's channel and you go to their videos and they have like-minded subscribers that have to do with your content, you post comments under their videos that are valuable and that they notice and that all of the people who are looking at their videos notice. because everybody reads everybody else's comments if they're making comments. They want to see
Right.
what you said. They
Right.
want to see what the people before them said. And then they get notified when you post a comment if they've set it up for that. So yes, exactly. It's the same kind of thing. Every social media platform is all about community. That's really what it's all about. It's about building community, and the fastest way to grow is to become a part of it. So thank you. Great question. Great question, honey. How do you choose the right subreddit for the best results? What you want to do before you do anything else is read the guidelines, because can you promote yourself? Can you link to videos? Can you link to your channel? Some of them don't even allow that at all. Some of them say you can only do it once a week. Some of them say you can only do it once a month. Some of them say, sure, you can promote yourself once a day, but read the guidelines, because every industry and every subreddit in that industry is going to have their own guidelines. And that is the first and number one way to determine if it's the right subreddit for you. So choose a subreddit that accepts links. The second thing to do is look for one that has a lot of members. Now, this may be discouraging if you want to start your own subreddit, but just like when you start a Facebook group, or just like when you start a membership, just like Zazumi, we're very small right now and we're growing. And it's always going to be a little bit of a curve to grow. So that's what you have to find out. And Dale says, rules. I guess my usual philosophy of it's better to ask forgiveness than ask permission won't work with Reddit. You know, this is true, Dale. This is the one time I have to say.
Like when you take pictures in a museum.
Yeah. Like
take pictures in a museum and they're like, oh, was I supposed to not do that? What? Oh.
Yeah, that was before digital photography, when you didn't have to use a flash. Exactly.
Right, you had your phone and you were pretending you were texting, you were taking
and taking pictures. So this is exactly the time. Reddit is the place to read the rules, follow the rules, and yeah, if you accidentally break them, the first thing you want to do is you want to contact the administrator of that group or the founder or whoever it is and apologize. Ask forgiveness. That's a really good thing to say. Thank you, Dale. That's funny. Choose not only a subreddit with a lot of members, but active members, because there are groups always. There are subreddits and there are groups and there are memberships where a whole bunch of people join and then they don't do anything. They're really not they're not real. So the most important thing for you is active members, because how else are you going to get those people to come to your YouTube channel, view your videos, and subscribe? So you want very active people. So Rita said, how did Reddit users find Jesse's YouTube channel to subscribe? Great question, Rita. He joined Reddit subreddits where he talked about coding, where everyone was talking about coding. He provided a ton of value, a ton of great questions and answers, got people excited and interested about what he was doing, and posted his first video there. And that's how he did it.
So
So Sal.
I can just ask a question. I don't have to be on the camera
You
every time.
do.
So he just let people know how knowledgeable he was about the subreddit group that he was in.
Yes.
And they wanted to know why he was more knowledgeable and where he was, basically.
Yes, so he provided a ton of value and gave his expertise, built his authority, and then posted
So you
a
answer
video.
questions. People have questions they put in the group, and then you answer
Exactly.
them.
Exactly. And this doesn't have to take months. It doesn't take months. And I'm going to show you about that in a second. It does not take months. Become a part of the community with valuable posts. Post your content on topic. Don't just ramble. Don't just post oh guys, guess what? Today I found this great restaurant. No. This is not what you do unless you're in a restaurant group. Don't do that. What you want to do is you want to stay on whatever the topic is of that subreddit and make sure that you're always on topic. And then look at this. You don't need to post a whole ton. If it's a very active community, people are on there on and off all day long. And they are reading and commenting on each other's posts. So if you commit, and this is what you should do, if you commit to commenting and posting solidly for 7 days straight, then you have started to build your value and your presence and your authority as an expert in that subreddit. Now you're bringing value. Now, when you comment on other users' replies, you're bringing even more value. What is your goal? Obviously, it's to be upvoted. That's your goal, is to be upvoted. And this is what Reddit does. That's, I believe, unique to Reddit, is that they have what they call upvotes and downvotes. And if they like what you have to say, they don't give you just a thumbs up. They can upvote you. They can say, this is valuable content. Everybody take a look at this. They can also downvote you. And what that means is they can say, this content is really not very good or very interesting, or something that I'm not excited about. And guys, it's not worth reading. And so you don't want to be downvoted. You want to be valuable. You want to be a member of the community. You want to stay focused on what that subreddit is about, just like YouTube, just like Facebook, just like, almost anything that has to do with social media. And you want to get upvoted. So upvotes give you a high rating. And this is what they do on your posts. So if a post gets upvotes, and a lot of them, what happens is Reddit itself starts to rank your posts higher. And within that subreddit, your post is going to raise up to the top of the posts. And what that means is that more and more members of that subreddit are going to see it. And the more people that see it, the more likely they are to get to know who you are. The more likely they are to get to know you, the more interested they will become when you actually post your first video. See how this works? So in theory, what bubbles up to the top should be the most interesting discussions. That's in theory. And in theory, what happens is subreddits that are very, very active, extremely active within their community, they end up bubbling up onto the front page of Reddit itself. And that's where you ultimately, if at all possible, want to end up. So what is the front page, and how do subreddits apply to that? Well, the front page is where content is submitted by subreddits as the most popular. New users automatically subscribe to the top channels. You kind of don't have a choice on this. You're automatically subscribed to the top channels that are on the front page of Reddit. And it's because the whole of Reddit has decided that these are the most interesting subreddits and comments. How do you unsubscribe if you really don't want to be there? Well, all you do is click the little red button at the top right of whatever community that is. It's that simple. Number 5, provide value. And I keep saying this, and it sounds repetitive, but it deserves its own number. Comments are key. They are the key to success. They truly are. Because if you are just a non-active member of a group, some people just call it a ghost or ghosting the group. If you are a non-active member of the group, and it's sort of like when I do these YouTube lives, if you're here and you're not literally in the chat commenting and being a part of it, you're sort of missing out on the fun and the excitement of the members watching, the people watching, commenting and chatting to each other. And that's a big part of doing live, is that you can be watching what's happening on screen, but you can also be interacting with the other people that are in the chat. And this is why when you're part of a subreddit or a part of any group or any membership, when you give more value, when you interact with people, when you comment again, when you follow up with comments, when you show people you're genuinely interested, don't they react? I mean, don't you feel great when people comment to you? Don't you love it when people react to what you have to say? Well, everybody does. And that's the key to commenting. And that's why comments are so great. So Rajesh says we need to answer the questions of users in the comment box. Yes, please do that. Thank you, Rajesh, for saying that. I agree. So comments are key. What's number 6? Use the allowance. What the heck is that? Well, Reddit has its own unique way of letting people promote themselves, and it's called a self-promotion allowance. Like, you know, you're a kid and your parents are giving you money. I guess it's sort of like the same thing, okay? So most of the time, there is an 80-20 allowance. What that means is that 80% of the time that you are interacting, you should be commenting, sharing, liking, upvoting, downvoting if you think something stinks, but you should be a part of the subreddits that you have joined. So 80% of the time, it should be about posting, commenting, being a member. 20% can be self-promotion. Now, there are some subreddits that are only 90-10. So you must look at the guidelines that are going to tell you what do they allow. And believe me, the administrators and the moderators are strict, really strict when it comes to counting your allowance rate, because they don't like people who are self-promoting. They just don't like it. They're going to kick you out. They don't want that. Question. Okay.
Question.
Yes.
How do you know when your allowance is up? How do you know when the numbers reach what they're reaching?
How do you know? How do you know if it's 80-20?
Yeah, how do you know? What are there a counter or something?
Well, let's say that within 10 times that you have posted, 8 of those have just purely been, oh, that's such an interesting idea. I would have done X, Y, and Z because that's worked for me. Or, wow, that was such a unique idea. I love that. I've learned so much from you. I'm going to apply that to whatever I'm doing. You're commenting. You're adding value. You're interacting. So 8 times out of 10, you've interacted. And you can count this yourself. The next 2 times, if you post, okay, so within the 10, have you commented, shared, and been interactive 8 out of 10 times? Have the other 2 times been posting links? That's 80-20.
So you have to keep track of your own percentage.
You really do. They kind of do expect that until you become well known in your group. Like Dale belongs to a Facebook group where he's quite well known and a very active member in the group because it has to do with petroglyphs and rock art, and he's a hiker and that's what his focus is. So he knows when he's posting and interacting and commenting with people that it's very focused and it's valuable. And so when he gets ready to start posting his videos, they are going to be welcomed because he's an active, valuable member of the group. Thank you for that question. It was great. So, what is your goal? Gain respect for honesty. Not just to gain respect, but to say, hey, this is what I really believe. Hey, this is who I really am. Hey, this is what I'm all about. And when you post a video, you say, I'm posting a self-promoting video. Be honest. Try not to get downvoted. Try not to get kicked out, because the whole reason you're there is to grow your YouTube channel and to get more subscribers and views and to learn something and be an active part of a community of something that you're really interested in. So how do you do that? Well, when you post, when you're allowed to do so, when you're allowed to do something and it's part of your allowance, you start out by saying, hi guys, something like that. Hi guys, this is my own video I'm promoting now. So literally you say I'm promoting, you disclose, 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 disclose. Just like buying a house, what do? Disclose, disclose, disclose. So what is your goal? Same exact thing. You just don't want to get kicked out. That's the main thing. So you want to say to people, hi guys, this is my own video I'm promoting now. And the reason, this is your purpose, the reason I'm posting it is because it answers the question about XYZ, or because it's valuable to you for this reason. Whatever your purpose is, that's what you want to tell people. So in conclusion, join. So join, that's the first thing you want to do. Join Reddit and then join subreddits. Be a part of the community. That's the most important thing. Commenting, bringing value. Follow the rules and don't ask for forgiveness later. Follow the rules and be a part of it. Dale, anyone that's thinking about that, comply with whatever their self-promotion allowances. And you know what's really funny? I mean, Sal knows I am a huge rule breaker. I am not big on rules. But when they're for the good of the huge community, and this is the reason why they have such severe rules, I get it. And I don't think that breaking those rules is important. I think it is important to follow. And this is the reason why. So.
Well, that's different.
It is. And that's
for
the reason
you,
why.
different.
I know, it's different for me. Be honest when you're promoting. Reddit can drive a ton of traffic to your channel, a ton of traffic. So go for it and grow your business on Reddit. Next time. Oh, wait. So Jennifer said, I'm scared of Reddit now. Don't be afraid of Reddit. Think of Reddit just like you think of any new thing out of your comfort zone that you have to learn about. It's really just a question of reading their guidelines, reading the rules, complying, adhering, and then being a part of the group and being a part of the membership, because that's really what it is. It's when you join a subreddit group, it's joining a membership of like-minded people for free, joining a membership for free, of like-minded people who want to talk about the thing that they love. So don't be afraid of it. Embrace it. Enjoy it. Get to know it. Have fun with it. Own it. That's right. Sal said own it. I'm just going to pop over to him. Say it, honey.
Yeah, well, you're going to join a group that you know what you're talking about.
Right.
So share what you know.
Share what you know.
And then you won't have any problems at all.
And have fun.
Well, if you follow the rules. And you don't get kicked out.
And follow the rules. And next time, I got so excited about learning about subreddits and subreddits and how it can really boost your YouTube traffic, that the next thing I wanted to learn about is Quora, because that's another fantastic place. Quora is about questions to boom your YouTube channel. So this is what next week is going to be all about. If you haven't subscribed to Zazumi, subscribe now. Thank you. We really appreciate it. And if you like this video, please like it. You know I love those likes. And share it. If you know someone who wants to learn about Reddit, share it. We also have a YouTube series that we're doing on Thursdays called Business Channel Reviews. And that is where we help YouTubers with their topic, trailer, thumbnails, and titles, the 4 T's that are the most important thing to grow your channel. Thumbnails. If people don't hit that thumbnail, your title had better hook them, because how in the world are they ever going to find you on suggested videos on the side, right? So join us on Thursdays for that. We are Zazumi, for business YouTubers to boost your income, influence, and impact. Make a difference with YouTube. And as always, just be you on YouTube. Just believe in yourself. You are awesome. I know you are. You can do this. Join Reddit. Grow your YouTube channel. Have fun. Just be you. Be yourself. Have a good time. Relax. And now we, all of us, me and Sal and my mom, are going to, oh my gosh, my mom, who somehow doesn't exactly look like my mom, tonight.
Looks like an Italian man from Italy.
Okay, there we go. So we're all going to say thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate you so much. Leave your comments below. Join us in the next chat on next Tuesday. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Like this, subscribe, share. And now we're going to do our dating game goodbye. Goodbye, guys. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Take care.
Have a good year.